Phil, played by Steve McFadden, saw his time finally run out after years of evading prison last month on EastEnders, as the police had spent enough time waiting for him to take a deal that could have secured his freedom. Instead, they charged him with the murder of Vincent Hubbard, Richard Blackwood, who was actually killed under the order of villain Aidan, Patrick Bergen, back in 2018. However, knowing the BBC soap icon could rat him out at any time, it could be the gangster who ensures Phil is silenced for good as he uses his connections in prison to kill him. The drama begins in next week's episodes of the weeknight serial drama as the Square is still coming to terms with recent events. One of the families trying to get their head around things is the Slaters, who have also had to suffer the loss of Phil after he was arrested following the discovery of Tina Carter's, Louisa Bradshaw White, body. Kat Slater, Jesse Wallace, and Stacey Slater, Lacey Turner, talk about what's been going on and how Phil's absence has affected the house. Though their mood suddenly turns when they are informed of some devastating news that is likely to change their lives forever. This is being kept under wraps until transmission, but it could be they have been paid a visit by the police to tell them Phil has been killed. Having agreed to marry Phil, Kat would be heartbroken to discover Hested and will want answers as to how it could have happened in prison. She would be informed the gangster was attacked by a group of inmates and he died as a result of his injuries, which were too severe to recover from. Knowing her other half had more than his fair share of enemies, the mother of 5 would know any one of them could have been behind it. However, she would discover the truth if she were to receive a visit from Aidan himself, who wanted to meet with her face to face. The villainous character could explain he is the one responsible for Phil's death as he ordered his men to silence the bad boy. Aidan could have told Kat this as a warning that if she were to tell anyone else or point the police in her direction, he would order the death of her family members. Although she isn't one to stay quiet, the beloved character would know she would have to from this point onward to ensure her family's safety. With Phil gone, it would already be too much heartache to endure, so she couldn't risk saying goodbye to someone else at Aidan's hand. This wouldn't stop her from blaming others on the Square for bringing the villain back, as Kim Fox, Tamika Empson, was the one who wanted justice for her husband's death. As Kat launches her fury towards Kim, will she confess about Aidan's visit and what it would mean for her family if the police were to find out? Despite his character being put behind bars recently, there has been no indication the actor who plays Phil, Steve, is going to leave the show. It was reported back in 2010 the soap star was contemplating quitting as a result of his contract coming up for renewal at the time. Steve said he would consider leaving the program but added in an interview with The Sun in 2010, "I'm not leaving yet. My contract's up in August. Then we'll see." Some 12 years later and the character has been put in numerous life and death situations, all of which he has come back from. But could having the gangster behind bars be the perfect time for the writers to kill him off, or will he be released in the coming months? How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car, which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival, a Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. In another interview, the actor explained why he decided to stay after his on-screen mother, Barbara Windsor, left as Peggy Mitchell. The soap star said, "I thought it might be time to move on, with Barbara going. But then I realized that it was a chance to do something different with Phil. The umbilical cord will be cut. I've stayed with the show because they've kept it interesting. Another important factor for me is that I don't have to spend months away from home touring, like some actors do," he told Radio Times. There has also been no indication whether Aidan is going to make his grand return to the show, despite being mentioned regularly over the past couple of months. Speaking at the time of his casting, the actor who played Aidan, Patrick, detailed how villainous his character was going to be. The Hollywood actor said, "I was delighted to join EastEnders as I watched and admired it since the days of Dirty Den. It is an iconic show that has the ability to shape the way people think, whilst also telling big explosive stories that keep the audience gripped. I was really looking forward to seeing what they had in store for Aidan, as it was bound to be dramatic. But could his comeback see Kat and Kim team up to kill him after he took their husbands and partners from them?" EastEnders airs Monday to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One.